Oh, it's been so fun. Yeah, we totally have. My favorite is Soul Cycle because first contacted Soul Cycle back in 2014 or whatever, and we were divinity school students. We get on the phone with this marketing director, and we're like, "Hello, we're calling from Harvard Divinity School. What do you mean by soul?" And her response is, "Am I on the record?" The record of these two, like nobody students, but and then she was like, "Well, it's really more of a brand concept." The point being, there was real resistance, real skepticism. And then when How We Gather came out and ended up garnering this attention that we did not see coming, it was also accompanied by these other shifts that started to happen, I think, in the cultural landscape. So by probably a year and a half later, SoulCycle used How We Gather in their IPO filing. They sold SoulCycle to Equinox, and they used How We Gather to increase the monetary value of their organization by saying, this is not just a workout, this is a spiritual experience. As I could show you there's one where the new app came out to book your SoulCycle classes, and the song they used for it was, they did this riff on a song called Oh Happy Day, and they did Oh Appy Day. But if anyone was raised in certain Christian contexts, this is a very well-known song, and it's all about Jesus coming. And they did it so they had like a full gospel choir in the SoulCycle studio, like, oh, happy day, oh, and we showed this to groups of Methodist bishops, and they were practically about to pass out. I mean, the embracing of yeah, this is a spiritual thing, which is so complicated and there's so much to be said about it. But since that time, I have gotten to know the co-founders of SoulCycle really well, and they are even investing in the next thing that we're doing. And they've come into this ministry innovation class that we helped to design at Harvard and spoke about their and all this stuff. So it's ended up, and same with the CrossFit people, I've come to love these folks. There's some extraordinary individuals who are guiding these communities. So it's just been a fascinating kind of arc to the relationship. And that, I guess that I would say just broadly has been another surprise and gift of this report, is that one of the things we kept hearing again and again from these leaders was that they were lonely in their leadership, because they were basically being set apart from the communities that they had in many cases founded based on a need they themselves felt, right? Like Lennon Flowers, who founded the dinner party, she had lost her mother to cancer. She was herself feeling like, I'm in my 20s, I can't have conversations with anyone about this acute loss that I've experienced in my life. So she and her friends started a dinner party, just to find a place where grief and loss and death could be on the table as young people, right? And of course it grew exponentially, and there's tables all over the world. And, but Lennon is then essentially cast suddenly into the role of a pastor, where when tragically there was a leader of a dinner party, a table in New York City, who committed suicide. And Lennon is the one flying to New York, being there with the others in the table, comforting the partner of that person, all this stuff, right? You have people asking their soul psych instructors to perform their weddings, holding their funerals in CrossFit boxes, texting them on the weekends to say, should I put my kid on antidepressants? Going to the makerspace at 3 a.m. and welding instead of self-harming. I mean, you have people bringing their whole lives to these communities, and these leaders who are hungry to, who are trying to be of service, but feeling very unequipped and also very set apart in a way that they didn't see coming. So that ended up being this whole part of my work, is basically supporting the leadership of these folks and helping them to feel resourced, and also to claim these more basically spiritual dimensions of the work they do. So I've ended up getting to know hundreds of these leaders, which has been one of my favorite things about what this report has brought about.